That's called a dual relationship.
If you have a sexual relationship?
Not a sexual relationship, any other relationship other than the therapeutic relationship.
Oh.
Any other relationship.
Oh.
Not sexual, just any other relationship.
Like attending a meeting outside the
Outside the
therapeutic-
confines of the counseling session
Right.
or the program or the physical side of the program. So this is what you want to avoid. Because this can creep in on you.
Right.
Avoid. Red flag. Avoid entering a dual relationship with a patient. Now, what could that be? What could it do? How could you enter a dual relationship?
Lunch,
Lunch?
dinner,
Dinner?
breakfast, anything.
You're my counselor. Listen, after the session, you want to go you going for
coffee?
lunch? You going for lunch afterwards? Going to buy you a cup of coffee? What would your answer to that be?
No.
No. Of course not.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So like, let's say you're seeing a client and they're celebrating, like when they get those coins, I don't know what it's called, like when they
Celebrating an
sobriety.
anniversary in one of the 12-step
Yeah.
programs?
And they invite you, being their counselor, and they say, I would like for you to come, like they're gonna speak at their meeting, and you know, it's outside the program, because it's
Yes.
at their meeting. Is that a dual relationship, or are you still gonna go playing that role as a support for
Okay.
that person? So is that where it gets tricky?
That's an excellent question. Okay, so let's ask the group. Is it okay, Tara has a patient who's celebrating 1 year in AA, NA, Morning Fellowships, and it's an open meeting because it's an anniversary, so anyone can attend. And it's a young woman. Her parents are coming, and her brother is coming, and his brother and his brother's wife are coming. And she's inviting you to come because you've been so instrumental in helping her get to that year. Is that okay to go, for Tara to go to that? It's an open
Why
question.
don't you answer that question, Mr. Rule?
I think it's okay. I've done that. I think it's okay. But there's a strategy to that, okay? I've done that where I've kind of I've arrived like almost at the last, the meeting starts at 7 o'clock, and I've kind of just arrived 1 minute before 7, and I've stayed at the back, and I let the person who's celebrating know that I'm there, okay? Give them a thumbs up. And I don't interact with them or their family, or I may even leave before the end. Or if I stay to the end and I congratulate them, and, you know, great. May know the family members, great. If they invite me for going for coffee afterwards, would you go?
No.
No, okay.
You mean,
She's taking a
Right.
supportive role.
right, no, I agree with that.
I'm
That's
answering
okay.
the yes, I'm answering the question for
Okay.
you. You're taking a supportive role, within the confines of the other board I had, within the confines of the client-counselor relationship. You are taking a subordinate, supportive role, okay? Because all you're doing is showing up. Giving them a thumbs up. Just looking at you, dude. You know. You're clapping. You know. You're taking a supportive role. There's not a lot of interaction. And then you're congratulating them, great. Now, if you wanted to say something more to them about that, where would you do it?
In your session?
In the counseling session,
Okay.
exactly. That's where you would buttress your position on that. That's where you would support your position on that. That, you know, let's talk about that. How did it feel?
Yeah.
So,
Because like with the dual relationship, because that would be outside the program on your own time, but as long as you kept the boundaries in place.
yes.
So they were like, oh, we're all going to celebrate after, come with. You
No,
still
that
like,
you
no,
wouldn't do.
I will see you next week in session.
Yeah. You wouldn't, if you're smart, if you're good at this, you wouldn't even allow it to get to the point where they're saying, you wanna come with us over there. You're kinda just in and out kind of thing.
Okay.
And then you're going to address that in the counseling session. So you celebrated a year, how'd that feel? And you're gonna use that as part of your therapy.
Okay.
Okay, now, is that, alright, so you're a counselor, I'm a counselor, okay? I'll just answer the question myself. That is a good therapeutic technique and therapeutic style because it gives you some insight into what is going through the head of your patient to address that in the next counseling session, in the next individual counseling session. You have some ground to cover. That's got legs. You know, how did that feel? How did it feel having your mother there? How did it feel how did it feel? You got the coin, let me see it. How's it feel, you know? So you've got some, you got a confused look on your face.
No, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, she's got now some material to cover
Right.
therapeutically
Uh-huh.
with that patient. So pretend we're back on the other board of the client-counselor relationship. You've got some therapeutic ammunition, really. You've got gold there, really. You know, that you can really use to develop the rapport. You're genuinely proud of them, right? You wouldn't show up otherwise. And the fact that the client is inviting you to attend shows that they trust you, so you're developing a level, you've developed that trust, you're supporting, buttressing your position as this person in the counselor-client relationship, and you're avoiding entering into the dual relationship. That was a very, very good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good. Have you done that? Have you been to any 12-step meetings? So you know what you know the format, you know what they're like. I got meeting lists. I have, I'm big supporter of, part of treatment being therapy and peer support. Okay, so when it comes to avoiding the dual relationship, that's what you would do. You would be taking a supportive role, but you would be avoiding entering into the dual relationship. And that's any dual relationship. Okay, any questions about that?
No.
Good stuff, interesting stuff? Gotta say yes, right? Very good, yes, say